Hey guys, my name is Zero, and patch 13.21 has been announced, and I kind of want to talk about it even before the patch is out. This is all information from Mortdog's YouTube channel. I found it on this Imager slideshow, but just in case, I'll leave a link to his YouTube video below if you guys want to hear him discuss it. So before we get into the actual patch itself, before I want to talk about patch 13.20, my expectations for changes, and well, my general opinion on it. So as I predicted, multicasters ran everything down. It was not fun. They had a B patch for it, and it was still the best comp by a mile. I just had a game where a guy had a 55 stack T-Hex with final stand, or final reserves, I think it was. Fast 9 had every 2-star 5 cost, and he got killed by multicasters because he was at 1 HP. 55 stack T-Hex should alone be enough to win the game, but multicasters. So I expect multicasters to basically be deleted. I expect a few more comps to be buffed, but we'll see with this patch. I'm expecting maybe a void buff, but I doubt it. We can see the challengers buff right there, but we'll see how it goes. So let's get into it. So for traits, challenger buff, I don't know how I feel about this. We saw a lot of Kaifsa buffs in the B patch, and yeah, Fiora got nerfed, but I'm not a big fan of this. I think this is going to, like before, just be a big one-sided meta, and I'm not a big fan of how they balance it, because I did take a peek at these, and you'll see later that there are other buffs. Alright, so the big one as expected. Multicasters got uber nerfed. Thank God. This comp was just so unfun to play against. You'd start the fight, your front line would be dead, and then Vel'Koz would shoot, or maybe even Sona would shoot one thing, and then your backline died. Fights lasted maybe at most 8 seconds, and that was it. And it was stupid. This needed a change, and they need to add C patches, or they need to do something else, because that wasn't fun. This was probably the most broken comp I have seen in a long time. This is on par with Super Yumi, right? The reason why Super Yumi was so good was it could snipe one-shot snipe backline and get your carry almost immediately, so you had to place your units to the side. Well, this did the same thing, but it also ran through your front line. TF would throw one grenade, Sona would beam through your entire front line, and then Vel'Koz would just hit everyone from left to right, and everyone would be gone. And it was not fun. So I'm glad that's going away. And we'll see how that feels. I'm assuming they're just deleting the comp with this nerf, because I can already see down below Twisted Fate nerf. So Ionia buff. So this, in my opinion, really isn't much. I think that's for 9 Ionia, so it shouldn't really affect the end game. In my opinion, if you do have something like 9 Ionia, 9 Bilge, 9 Shurima, 9 Noxus, you should win, right? That's really hard to get to. Most times you need +1 or +2 emblems, and on top of that, you need to hit level 9 and survive. Yeah, that's fine with me. Alright, 1 to 2 costs, Twisted Fate nerf. Yeah, delete him if anything. Look at this. All his stats dropped. Very good. Alright, champions. Darius buff. I don't understand what they're trying. I'm convinced they're trying to make a Darius Noxus reroll carry. It's a little bit scary. He's gotten 6 buffs in all the patches, so that's a bit scary. Nautilus, same case. Maybe he'll be the juggernaut that you run in this Noxus reroll, but we'll see. Misfortune buff, Sona nerf, Vel'Koz nerf, good. That was why they didn't nerf Talia. She's just not that deadly. She's a CC. I'm not shocked that she's not nerfed. All right, so 4 costs. Fiora and Kaisa buffs with the Challenger buff. You already know it. It's Challenger meta. I don't understand what they're doing here. This, in my opinion, is insane. You're buffing the trait and you're buffing the units. Did you not learn anything from Xayah? This is, in my opinion, a really, really bad change that I think anybody looking at the trait should already know that, oh, that's not good, right? I think Challengers already was a top 4 comp if done right. And if you high rolled a bit, this is just saying I'm getting a top 2 every time I run it. So just expect challengers every game. Okay, so other small buffs, Nasus and Sejuani. I actually don't think Sejuani needed much. Nasus, fine. That didn't really change much. Sometimes he was a little too tanky in my opinion, but maybe I'm crazy. Silco, slight buff, that makes sense. We haven't really seen many Sorks, and Sorks did feel a little bad. Now, 5 cost champions, everything is getting buffed. Now, with this, I kind of expect Aurelion Sol to be better, so do expect that. We'll see how that goes, but let's go down to items. There really isn't much. I usually don't talk about items, but I did see something that's kind of scary. We did see a Spear Shojin, and like I said, Kaisa. Why are they doing this? That's Kaisa's best in slot. Like, I don't know. It's kind of scary. And then a few not that many like big changes here. I think the biggest ones are Riftwalker, Golden Ticket, Endless Horde's a little scary, but I don't think it's too strong. They are buffing built different so much that it scares me. Oh my goodness. I don't know what their idea is, but I think that might be a really scary one. Alright, and that kind of does it for the patches. Now, I want to talk about my predictions and the meta predictions. Obviously, Multicaster's gone, and as I've stated many times in this video, I don't know what their plan is, but it's clear to me that they want, I guess, like one meta patch, no matter like one meta comp, no matter what the patch is, and it's now challengers. I don't understand it. You buff Kaisa like in the B patch. You buff like Fiora. I think Fiora got changed. I think it was a nerf, but I don't remember directly. I think it was a nerf. But they buffed Kaisa. I know that was true. They buffed Kaisa. They gave her another buff. They buffed challengers and they buffed Spear Shojin. So yeah, Kaisa meta. It is going to be a challenger meta. I expect some comps to still be fine, like Noxus reroll. That's gonna be good, especially with all these Darius buffs. I expect Shurima to be fine, if not anything, maybe better now that Nox or multicasters won't one-shot it. Sorks will be okay, and there's gonna be a lot of meta comps, I would assume, and this could be a little bit more flexible than what it is now. But I still think that we're gonna have that issue that every patch has felt, where one comp is going to dominate. It's not going to feel good. We're going to pray for the B patch. And when the B patch comes, maybe, just maybe, will we be in a good spot, depending what they do. But at this rate, I'm losing my faith. So, hope you guys really enjoyed. Sorry, this was like a kind of like doomer video, but like, I looked over these patches and I was a little disappointed. I was very shocked that they were doing this, but hope you guys all enjoyed. I hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye.